If you knew your partner felt shut out from you, you would do something about it, right? You would open the door. You would go out and greet him and say, man, I'm sorry. Unless you were really mad at them or being mean because they hurt you and you didn't know how to talk about it. Many of my clients struggle with the idea that their partner feels like they've been left out or shut out. And they feel as though their partner pushed them away. And in a sense, this is just breakdown from communication because we're all busy and we don't often talk to our partner in the way we should. And sometimes our partner isn't able to tell us, you know, when you did that the other day, that really hurt me. So this video today is about what to do, first of all, to be aware and start noticing if maybe your partner is feeling pushed away from you. And if your behaviors have pushed them away, how you can bring that back, open the door again, and let them back in. So I wanted to go through signs that your partner is feeling pushed away. And the first of those is, it seems as though your intimacy is gone. Know how the two of you used to sit down and talk and hold hands, and how even being in silence, you were comfortable, and now it doesn't feel that way. Now when you're in silence, it feels as though you're lonely, like you no longer have a partner. That's a sign that your partner's feeling pushed away. No support. You know, one of the reasons that people stay married and they're so happy is because they support each other. When things go well, they have parties, they celebrate. When things aren't going well, the other one comes around and tries to offer support. If you're getting zero support, more than likely your partner is feeling as though you've pushed them away, or they're feeling pushed away by something going on in the relationship. When blaming starts becoming the favorite game the two of you play. Blaming is all about, it's a distancing. And when you blame someone, you basically shirk from taking responsibility. It's a way to go off in your own corner. And then you remind yourself that this person's being mean to you or insensitive to you. And unless one of you is able to communicate about it, the relationship deteriorates to the point that you need therapy. When you start having ridiculous standards, like if your partner feels like your standards or your expectations are so out of control, they can never make you happy, they can never be the type of person you wanted, they will feel like you're pushing them away. And in fact, when we have these unreal expectations, it is a form of pushing your partner away. It's a form of making yourself exclusive and not including your partner. When you have shutouts, and shutouts are simply when you just wall them off. You don't include them. You're going to get together with friends and you go, bye, we're leaving. And they're like, where are you going? If they're even close enough to say that now. And you're like, oh, we decided to get together tonight for a little while. And sometimes a partner who is trying to come back will say, well, can I go? And many times the other partner will say, no, it's girls only, or no, you're not ready, or something that's equally cruel like that. Your partner will feel really as though you're pushing them away. And when you start this thing about, you should have known how I feel, nobody can read your mind. Nobody should have known. It's your job to be a responsible person and tell your partner what you need. When you don't do that, when you assume they should know, you are pushing them away, whether you know it, whether you claim it or not. And lastly, if you just start feeling like all you guys do together is when you're together, there's contention, like there's nothing the two of you have anymore, your partner will feel like you're doing that on purpose, like it's a form of pushing away. Now, these are the actual behaviors that cause it. And sometimes your behaviors, the things you're doing or the way your partner is feeling were not meant. Sometimes they're very unconscious. They just happen to busy people. But these are more things you have choices of. They're conscious choices you have. And many times if you are so busy that you neglect your partner and you do these other things I mentioned, your partner feels as though you're pushing them away, then they will retaliate with these behaviors. You ignore calls for repair. If one of the people is able to say, one of the partners, hey, listen, I'm really sorry. I want to call you. I'm going to call you. And then you just ignore it because you're like, I don't want to hear it anymore. Unreciprocated empathy. That's when one partner tries to give empathy to the other and the other never comes back. They're always like, yeah, you should be sorry. That is a big push away. Constant criticism. If you criticize your partner, you are consciously, by choice, choosing to push them away. I don't care what they did. Criticism is never a healthy way to handle it. Emotional skill as a way of manipulating. In all relationships, one person has emotional intelligence that's higher than the other. And the person that has it the highest, the most important part of using that emotional intelligence is using it in a way that's going to build up your partner, not tear them apart. When you make fun of them or insult them or call them names because they're not as emotionally with it or as charismatic or as socially aware as you, if you use it to tear them apart, you are deliberately pushing them away from you. And anybody who's addicted to their gadgets, if you look at your phone when your partner's talking, your head is always in your phone. I don't care what you're doing. I don't care if you're getting more brilliant. I don't care what you're reading. Doesn't matter. If you use that as a way to not focus on your partner and what they're saying, then you are addicted. And if you're addicted, it is a conscious decision that you have given to the gadget over your relationship, or allowing others to take up a space in your relationship. We have boundaries around the sacredness of the two of us for a reason. And if you let somebody else invade that by telling them stuff that's going on with your partner, or any boundary, if you start getting emotionally close to them, putting down your partner, you are consciously pushing your partner away. And then the last one is if you're unwilling to work on it. Let's say your partner reaches out and says, listen, we need help. We need to see a psychologist. We need a counselor. I want to save this relationship. If you purposely say, I don't believe in counseling, or I don't want to go to a retreat. I hate that stuff. I just don't want any of that. This shouldn't be that high. This shouldn't be that hard. You are consciously pushing it away. And it's important that you own that, because when this relationship doesn't work, people will ask why, and hopefully you will own up to what you did, that you consciously pushed them away with these behaviors. Now, I'm going to tell you how to fix it. However, the first thing I'm going to say is you can't fix it with just this video. You can do some of the homework on the video that's recommended on this channel, but you're going to need a therapist too. And not both of you have to go, but one of you has to go and the other one has to be willing to work the assignments with the one who attends the therapy sessions. Get clear on what you want. Do you want this relationship? Do you still love the two of you together? Unless you're clear on it, you won't be able to make any decisions. So if I were the one that was planning on going to therapy, I would make a list and then I would go over that with my partner and see where they are, ask them to make a list as well and to get clear with it. Because it's too easy to say, yeah, I want the relationship, but they're not willing to put in the effort. Secondly, you have to start restoring your trust. You can do this by taking fun activities, like go for a weekend, stay in a hotel, go on a hike, do something on the weekend, go to the coffee shop, begin celebrating the two of you, begin seeing the good, talking about the good, about the memories the two of you have built, about what makes this relationship rock and what you're hoping to rebuild in the relationship. Find your personal self-esteem, your personal goals. I think having time alone to get back into you What don't you like about yourself? What if you let go as an excuse for this relationship? What if you've been wanting your partner to say that you can begin saying to yourself? Many of my colleagues that I talk to say, well, he or she doesn't tell me I look good anymore. And if that's really bothering you, start putting good into you. Start taking care of yourself. Start eating healthy. Start maybe using a new face cream. Start looking at videos of how you can cut your hair. Start making adjustments. If you're waiting for your partner to tell you you look good, are you telling yourself you look good? That's important. It has to start with you. Should never look good for someone else if you don't feel good about yourself. Next, and very important, begin being more flexible. It's not your way or the highway. You can start interacting more with your partner and ask your partner how they feel. And when they tell you, start listening better. When you loosen up on what the rules should be, listen, you created this relationship with your partner. This is not your parents' relationship. It's not your friends. It's the two of yours. So how do you want to fix it? What areas do you want to grow? What areas have you been dictated to that this is important and it's really not important to the two of you? So many people have told me, everybody tells me I need a TV, but I don't want a TV and my partner doesn't need it either. Don't get a TV. You don't need it. You're not getting a TV for other people. You're getting a TV for the two of you. And if you don't need it in your home, then save the money and don't do it. Next, it's really important to be vulnerable. When you become more flexible, you can share also why you've been so rigid in the past. Why have rules seemed so important to you? The more you share with your partner, the more your partner loves you, because they begin seeing you're not perfect either. Like, you're admitting, I have faults. I need your help. I've always wanted your support because I love you and I believe in you. These are the things that enrich your relationship. I've always told you guys, a healthy relationship is the best thing you can do for your health, for your finances, and for your children's legacy. But it isn't handed to you. You have to work at it. And being more aware, self-aware, and relationship aware of what you're doing that may be inadvertently pushing your partner away or making them feel that way is a step in the right direction.